Meet Oliver, the Bengal cat, and Willow, the little otter, an unlikely but inseparable pair. Their extraordinary friendship began under the most challenging circumstances. Willow was born in a wildlife rescue center, the smallest and weakest of her litter. Due to her tiny size, she struggled to compete for her mother's milk. The situation worsened when her mother rejected her completely, refusing to feed or care for her. The rescue center staff faced a difficult decision. Willow's chances of survival were slim. However, one of the caregivers, Emma, couldn't ignore the helpless little otter's fate. Realizing that Willow needed immediate care, she requested permission to take the baby home, determined to give her the warmth and attention she so desperately needed. A new home and an unexpected friend. Willow was so fragile that she required constant attention. Emma bottle-fed her warm milk every 2 hours, day and night. Despite the exhaustion, she remained devoted to the little otter, ensuring she was safe, well-fed, and comfortable. At that time, Emma already had a pet, Oliver, a Bengal cat. She knew that introducing such different animals would be a challenge. After all, otters, even as babies, are still wild animals with unpredictable instincts. To ensure a smooth introduction, Emma took a gradual approach. For the first few days, Oliver observed Willow from a distance, curiously sniffing at the door and sometimes letting out soft meows as if greeting the new resident. When the day of their first meeting finally arrived, Emma was prepared for anything. She expected wariness, maybe even hostility, but what happened next took her completely by surprise. Oliver cautiously approached Willow, sniffed her gently, and then calmly settled down beside her, as if instinctively knowing she needed protection. Willow, in turn, watched him curiously before inching closer and playfully reaching out to him. That was the beginning of an unbreakable bond, an unlikely but perfect pair. From that moment on, Oliver and Willow became inseparable. They chased each other around the house, shared playful bites, and cuddled up together for naps. Emma was amazed at how two completely different animals formed such a deep connection. As Willow grew, she became more energetic and adventurous, true to her otter nature. She loved exploring every corner of the house, splashing in water and investigating anything that caught her attention. Despite his feline instincts, Oliver was always close by, ensuring Willow never felt alone. He wasn't just her playmate, he was her guide, helping her adjust to life in a home. If Willow ever felt uncertain or anxious, Oliver would stay by her side, offering silent reassurance. A friendship like no other. As time went on, their bond only grew stronger. They shared everything, food, toys, and even habits. Willow would bring little objects to Oliver, as if offering him her treasures, and Oliver, surprisingly patient, let her explore his space without complaint. But despite their harmony, Willow never lost her wild instincts. Sometimes she would cause chaos, tipping over household items, splashing water everywhere, and leaving unexpected puddles behind. Yet Oliver remained unbothered. He calmly adapted to her quirks, as if understanding that Willow was just being herself. This is more than just a story about an unusual friendship. It's a testament to the power of love, patience, and care. A connection that defies differences. Their extraordinary bond proves that differences are not barriers, but opportunities to form deep connections. How is this possible? Scientists have long studied the behavioral patterns of animals and have found that species living together often mimic each other's habits. This isn't just a random occurrence, it's an adaptive survival mechanism. Imitation in social learning. Young animals, especially those raised outside their natural environment, tend to copy the behaviors of those around them. If an otter grows up with a cat, it makes sense that she would start picking up feline traits. The need for companionship. Both cats and otters are social creatures in their own ways. When they bond, they create their own version of family, no matter how different they are. Environmental adaptation. Animals naturally adjust to their surroundings. For Willow, behaving like Oliver was a way to fit into her new home and feel safe. A love that transcends boundaries. Willow and Oliver's story is more than just a tale of an unusual friendship. It's a testament to the power of love, patience, and the deep connections that can form between the most unlikely of pairs. Willow never became a typical otter, and Oliver never forced her to act like one. Instead, they found a way to understand each other, to create a shared world where their differences didn't matter. If you look at their interactions, it's clear. Willow doesn't see herself as different from Oliver. She follows him on walks, eagerly joins him in his favorite spots, and watches him with admiration, as if learning from the best. Oliver, in turn, accepts her completely, never rejecting her quirks, never pushing her away. For Emma, these two are not just pets, they are family. She never tried to force Willow to be anything she wasn't. Instead, she gave her the freedom to grow in her own way, supported by the love of her feline friend. Today, Willow and Oliver continue to bring joy to everyone who hears their story. Their playful antics, heartwarming moments, and shared adventures remind us that true friendship knows no boundaries. Their story is an inspiration, a beautiful example of how kindness and compassion can bridge even the widest gaps, bringing together the most unexpected companions.